Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. To the Israelite foreigners that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like the heathen nations. And to the very few sisters that listen and learn, to you, Shalom. For the new listeners, Yahweh is the only true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God or Jehovah. Bahasham means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the only true name of his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I'm the brother Yasharala with Great Millstone, Chicago. And I'm going to play this video. I got some scriptures lined up. Yahweh willing, this is edifying. Let's get straight into it.
Watch this.
Can you give me an example of a food that's a vaccine?
Yo, you have to watch this.
Can you give me an example of a food that's a vaccine?
You recognize?
Yes. University of California, Riverside has already perfected the ability to put human vaccines into our lettuce right now. Also, tomatoes has the ability to do that also for UC Berkeley. And then Big Tobacco, RJ Reynolds and stuff has perfected the ability to put a human vaccine into tobacco products.
Chairman Clements?
And is that even legal to do in the state of Tennessee, to sell those with a vaccine in them?
You recognize?
Well, I'm not arguing that point. What I'm saying is there is no law deeming those that when you go into a grocery store, you should know as a consumer, this head of lettuce is a head of lettuce. The head of lettuce right next to it could contain a vaccine in it. All we're saying is if it does have the vaccine in it, make sure it's listed as a pharmaceutical so people can get the proper dosage.
You recognize?
Thank you. Well, my question is right now, can you walk into a grocery store and there be a head of lettuce for sale that has a vaccine in it? I don't think that's allowed under state law presently. And if it is, and you have to list it as a pharmaceutical, are we going to then have Walgreens pharmacists with a refrigerated section? I mean, how's this going to play out?
You recognize?
Thank you. This is more of a consumer protection bill right here, is to make sure that if you're going in to buy tomatoes and there's a polio vaccine in there, that you are aware of what you're buying has a polio vaccine. The problem you have is if it's not treated as a pharmaceutical, being the size and difference between you and me, how many tomatoes do I have to eat to get the proper dosage versus how many tomatoes that you have to eat? And if you eat too many, do you get a overdose? If you eat too less, like we had in the cattle industry with Aeromycin, we weren't dosing our cattle properly and the horn flies were developing an immunity to it. If we don't have the proper dosage of a vaccine, it could lead to the efficacy of that drug not work anymore.
Wow. That's the devil the Bible speaks of. Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white race of people that are read according to the Bible. So you heard it. The food is vaccinated. Products are vaccinated. Cigarettes, they already, you heard the video. Okay, and this is just what they're telling us. So there's way more than this than what they're telling us. All right. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And this is the outcome of the wicked when they are in rulership. This is what they do. All right. They vax. And again, this is for educational purposes only. Freedom of Information Act. I'm not making money off of this. And this is for commentary and opinion. Okay. Protected under the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Nah, Esau don't care about none of that. But anyways, Nonetheless, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So Esau, Edom, is the one who's in rulership right now. And look at what he's doing to the people. Okay. So mainly, I would get, educational guess that this is what's happening within America, but who knows? Who knows where else he's pulling these this wickedness at? All right. So here it is. You try to stay away from getting, the maxes, the maxinations. All right. You try to stay away from the V. You try to stay away from the jump shots. Oh, okay. You don't want to come in and get it directly, from a needle. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna put it in your food. Okay. Oh, we're gonna put it in your. You don't eat vegetables. You don't eat tomato or lettuce, or we'll put in your cigarettes. So here it is. People are smoking cigarettes. They're jabbed up. They didn't even go to the doctor. Just straight out the pack of cigarettes. And this leads me to believe that it's in a lot of things we consume. All right. He probably has it in drinks, in beverages. He probably has it in potato chips, and if he does it in the lettuce and the tomato, then chances are he already has the livestock, where if you eat meat, all right, whatever animal it is, fish, everything is going to be contaminated. All right. If this devil continues to live. Let's read the next chapter, or the next precept. I got Matthews 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right. No flesh will be saved. So shit. He'll not only kill the animals, the bugs, the birds, all right, germs. He'll destroy not only himself, but all of humanity, because this is the devil we're dealing with. Since he can't have it, nobody will. So, that's his mindset. All right. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Because if this continues, the elect won't even make it. We'll see. Yahweh Shai is going to return to what? Nothing. All right. But according to the scriptures, the elect will be saved. So this isn't going to continue on much longer. Okay. It can't continue much longer, because not only does the elect need to be saved, heathens need to be rounded up for captivity. All right. To fulfill that prophecy. There was a point I had. It just slipped my mind. We'll see if the Spirit brings it up. This is John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So Yahweh Shai speaking to wicked Israelites, basically telling them you're just like the Edomites. All right. So this is the characteristics of the ones who are in rulership. They're murderers. There's no truth in them. All right. And his lusts are just wickedness. Everything contrary to the Heavenly Father and His Son and His ways. Okay. We're dealing with a man who has to live on the same planet we do, all right? Has to breathe the same air we do, drink the same water we do, and everything is being defiled, all right? Everything's being defiled. There it goes. The Spirit brought it back. So I remember watching during the whole C-19 and the stabby wabby and the jabs and all of this. So they were talking about the RN, I believe it's RNA, something like that. How these V's, these stabby wabbies, these jump shots alter your DNA. Okay, so it's basically altering your DNA, rewriting your DNA. And this is from, some research that I went over back in like 2021-ish, 22-ish, when they had everything after all the lockdowns and all the information was coming out, that these stabby wabbies basically rewrite your DNA, and you're pretty much not even human anymore. You're basically property to those companies, because now you have their patent inside of you. So now you're not considered a human. You're not considered a person anymore. You're considered property, which would take away your rights. You don't have any rights because you're not a human being anymore. All right. This is according to, what's the stabby wabbies and the jump shots, what they do to you, and you basically become their product. All right. Now, how true is that? It's somewhat believable, because they're also saying even if you didn't take it, if somebody did take the shots and you have intercourse with that person, then you become inoculated. Let's use that word. They might even ban that word. You become inoculated as well through the act of sex, which this is crazy. If you really think about it, this is the damn devil. Hold on, let's get this. This is the damn devil we got to deal with. What is that? Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. Esau, Edom, the elite of them, because you other low-level Edomites, use Joe Sixpack, Joe Dirts. You're basically, you're just as low level as they see the other heathens. That you're nobodies to the elite of your own people. So they have the power to do these things. All right. So they're sleeping at night. Oh, how could we, the ones who don't want to take our medicine, how are we going to get them to take it? I know. Let's put it in the food. So they'll eat the food, and by them eating the food, they'll get our medicine. Oh, okay. And then they go to sleep and then wake up and put it into play. Okay. That's who we're dealing with. Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. So here it is, the whole earth. Not only is Esau Edom defiling the people, he's defiling the earth. Okay, the earth naturally produces organic produce, which brings forth a seed within it where you could use those seeds to plant whatever, it is that has the seed, and then it regrows and rinse and repeats the cycle. But here it is. This devil wants to take away the seeds and give you his version, genetically modified organism. So now you have these genetically modified organisms planted in the earth that isn't original. Okay, this is a science experiment. So the earth, not only does it get defiled by the chemtrails and the fluoride water and the garbage, he's planting these genetically modified organisms with the jump shot within it. Just imagine what that's doing to the earth. All right. If it's defiling the human body, what do you think it's doing to the earth that it's growing from? All right. So this devil got to go. All right. Revelation says what? They're going to judge them who judge let me get it. And I'll close off with that one. Let me see. It says, I think it's 11 maybe. Let me see. Can't really think of how it's worded, but I know what it. Here it is, Revelations 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So who's the one destroying the earth right now? Who's putting GMO in it, making the earth grow something that's genetically modified. All right. Chemtrails, fluoride. Who's doing that? Esau, Edom. So he's going to be destroyed for doing that. Okay. Destroying the earth, the people, himself. All right. So Yahweh willing, we'll be saved soon, because if this continues, it could work either or. You've seen the video. The guy said if you take too little of this, then, whatever the medicine is to cure, if it's microdosed, then that virus, all right, will be able to withstand the medicine. So if you really get sick from that and they try to cure you, the medicine won't do nothing to it, because then that virus becomes immune to it, because you've been getting fed such a small portion, all right, of that jump shot through the foods, that now it has built a tolerance to the medicine, So he could use it to basically make any disease, any illness untreatable. And guess what? Now you have to go to him to get cured, to live longer, to get meds, etc. So this damn devil, he has to go. No flesh will be saved. So Yahweh Shai will have to come soon. All right, we're just waiting for the MOTB, couple of more prophecies, and we get to live in a world that's ruled with righteousness. Yahweh Ratzazah, this was edifying. Till next time, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.